Hey Warriors, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a little bit different in that we were reached out to about the LONGER RAY5 Laser Engraver. And Cindy and I thought about it and we thought, wonder if we could use one of these laser engravers in one of our makeovers. So that's what we kind of based this on. So today's video is going to be how to do that. And it's not going to be purely a technical video about the laser engraver itself, but more so how you can use one of these laser engravers to enhance your makeovers. So as you can see, Cindy's already washed the piece down with our Dawn dish soap and water and proceeded to start sanding. We took off all the hardware and we really wanted to get rid of this golden oak finish on here and turn this into something that's going to be a little more country-ish. So we are going to sand the whole unit down and restain it. So Cindy was zipping through the sanding pretty quick and I figured this would probably be a good time for me to make my dust before she got to staining. So I cut out a waste board that we're going to use for the laser, you'll see that later, and a couple of other pieces to use as examples so we could test out the laser and get used to it before we made our final etching. And a quick shout out here to Emily over at Reconstructing Emily, who sent us over this Black & Decker jigsaw, and it sure is coming in handy. So thank you, Emily, and if you haven't checked out her channel yet, you're missing out on some great restorations and makeovers. So this is the LONGER RAY5 laser engraver as it's shipped, and I'm not going to go through a whole bunch here. We're just going to kind of speed through it for you and give you some of the highlights. This is how it's packed. It has your quick start guide. They include a pair of protection glasses, which you want to make sure you wear anytime you're using the laser. This is the hardware pack with all of the pieces you need to put the unit together. And this is the built-in touchscreen, and the LONGER RAY5 is the first of its kind to have a engraving machine with the built-in touchscreen. This is the laser head itself, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. Over here is the power supply and power cord for the unit. And then they have the support feet. And there's 3 of them because the touchscreen actually acts as the 4th support foot, so to speak. And you'll see that when we put it together. And then this is the frame. It comes in 4 pieces. And last but not least, we have the X-axis frame, which is already assembled for us and ready to go. So that's all the pieces that are in the box. And once you get them all out of the box, you're ready to assemble. Now this was something that I found to be pretty cool. They actually pack all of their hardware in these little bags. And each bag is labeled step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and corresponds to the installation manual and shows you which bag of hardware to use for each step. So there are 4 what they call corner grooves that slide into each corner like this. And once you get those all in, the unit is basically square. And then you install a screw into each corner and you're ready for the next step. Next, you install the X-axis frame. And it's all fully assembled. It just fits right on and rolls right down the frame. And then you're ready to go on. Next is installing the support feet. You put 1 on each corner, at least 3 corners. Then on the 4th corner is where the control box goes. Once you're done installing those, you need to install the belts on each side of the machine. You simply thread the belt through, and then there's a little screw that holds down the belt and keeps the tension on it on either side. So you tighten those both down, and then you do that on each side of the machine, and your belts are all installed, and we're ready to install the laser head. So the laser head actually is a 5-watt laser head. There is going to be a 10-watt laser head, which will be released in May, and that can be purchased separately for upgrading your machine if you wish to go to a 10-watt laser. And the final step is installing your cables. After I installed the cables, I did use a tie wrap on the one end just to kind of hold it up and out of the way. And once that's done, your laser is complete and ready to use. Meanwhile outside, Cindy has the whole unit sanded, and she's using the General Finishes Gel Stain and Candlelight to restain the unit. And it's time to finally cut our design. So with the laser, we did a couple of test pieces, as you can see here. Everything seemed to be working good. We liked the way things looked. So we went ahead and laid down the board we were going to use for our design. And I marked a little spot where we wanted to have our home mark. And then you take this little block and you put it behind the laser. There's a little slot for it. And you lower the laser head so that it sits on that block, like so. And then you tighten up the head of the laser and it's all focused and ready to go. So there are several options that you can use to design for the laser. We decided to use light burn. It's actually included on the little mini SD card that they give you. So we just downloaded that, and it is a trial version. It lasts for 30 days. And then if you wish to continue using it, they have a license. It's pretty reasonable. It's like $60 for a permanent license. So that will allow you to just keep using the software as long as you wish. So what we did was we laid out our board. And then once we laid out the size of our board, we'll open this up here and I'll show you. We put our design on here, and then you simply center it. Once you get it centered where you want it, then we went ahead and just burned the GC code for it, which is the gerbil code. And we saved that to the mini SD card with the USB converter that they gave us. So that was very convenient. We're going to take the mini SD card and we're going to actually use that in the machine so that we don't have to have our computer physically connected to the machine. My laptop is hooked up to all my editing software and microphones and extra speakers and screens. So it's inconvenient for me to bring my laptop out to the machine. So we're going to use the SD card. We can just bring it out there and pull up our file and burn it. And we'll show you how to do that. So once we had our design saved, we came over to the machine. You can see down there near the bottom the control box, and you can see our little mini SD card in the top of the control box. And the first thing you come to is going to be your home page. And from the home page, you want to hit the control button, and then you're able to position your laser head and set your home position. And from there you go to your engraving page and you choose the file that you're going to engrave. And that brings up the ready page. From here, if you see the frame button, you can hit that and it will actually send the laser around and make a frame where you're going to be printing, so you make sure you're in the right position. And then when you're all set and you know you're in the right position, you simply hit the carve and away she goes. So I'm going to speed up the video here and let this thing go so you can see it go to town and how it does. And just a couple other things I wanted to mention. This laser does have a 0.08 millimeter ultrafine laser spot. The tighter your laser spot, the more detailed your engraving will be. There are some lasers out there that have like a 0.15, so 0.08 is a nice fine point. It also has a 32-bit motherboard, which helps with faster engraving. There are some safety precautions that are built in. It has a thermal protection, so if your material by any chance flames up, it'll automatically stop the machine and set off an alarm. It also has move protection, so if the machine is jarred while it's printing, it'll stop and set off an alarm. And the whole product series has been authenticated by CE, FCC, and ROHS, for those of you who are technical geeks out there, I guess. Anyway, Longer's mission is to provide customers with innovative, affordable, and easy to use engravers and 3D printers. And their motto is, with Longer, make it better. If you guys are interested in further information on this, we're going to have a link down in our description. They do have a sale going on. Normally the price of this laser is $399, and now through April 10th of 2022 they have it on sale for $329. And I also have a coupon code down there so you can get a little bit extra off. So if you want to take advantage of that, or you want just more information on this laser, go ahead and click that link in our description. And it is an affiliate link, so we'll get a little bitty commission for having you go through that, and it doesn't cost you anything else. It does help support our channel. So okay guys, we're gonna let this finish up, and then we are gonna move on and finish our piece. So Cindy and I think this really turned out cool. We really like the way the laser etching looks. So let us know what you guys think in the comments. Laser etching for making over furniture, yay or nay? And as always, have a flippin' awesome day.